Hey guys, Zack here. Before we get into this video, I just want to say something really quick that I'm not going to go into too much detail with, but this is still something that I think that I should kind of bring up. Of course, toys are meant for kids, toys are things that kids play with, but at the same time, there are also people who are in their 20s, in their 30s, 40s even 50s, and probably even older than that, who still buy toys, like Godzilla toys or dinosaur toys or whatever. So it's not just kids that buy toys. Why am I bringing this up? Well, I'll tell you. I'm bringing this up because YouTube doesn't seem to understand that. And I think even if you're someone who is against, people who, grown adults who spend their money on toys, they're wasting their money and they're just man children, say what you want, but you gotta understand that those people do exist. According to YouTube, nah, they don't. So, yeah. Basically, if you're wondering why I'm talking about this, I'm not going to go into too much detail because YouTube right now is in a very rough state. But basically, if you do want to find out more, then just do a simple Google search or YouTube search even of COPPA, C-O-P-P-E. No, C-O-P-P-A, sorry. So just look that up and then there will be plenty of videos explaining how that is bad for content creators and how it is just so dumb. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but it's just really stupid, and that's all I'll say, so yeah. I don't make any money for my videos. I don't get any ad revenue, so this is probably not a issue for me, but in content creators in general who do review action figures, people like, I don't know, Jobby the Hong or Bolt Matrix or anything like that, or, yeah. It's just stupid, and that's all I'll say there. I'm not going to go into too much detail anymore, so yeah. Anyway, with all that negativity out of the way, we are here to take a look at the Jurassic Park Hallmark 2019 Christmas Ornament. Now, well, the reason why I'm reviewing this, for one, I just wanted to use this as an excuse to kind of express how I feel about the COPPA situation, that's going on right now. The other reason why I'm reviewing this is because what I wanted to do was I actually ordered this from Hallmark's website, and what I wanted to do was I wanted to unbox it, take it out of the box, and just kind of review it there. So it's kind of both an unboxing and a review. Except I really don't like how that video turned out, so what we're going to do is just review this thing. So, yeah. And really quick, I would just like to say that even though it's 2019, Jurassic Park's 25th anniversary is already done and over with. Excuse me. I really appreciate the fact that, they're still coming out with Jurassic Park related things. Not just Jurassic World, like Jurassic Park, because we have the Amber Collection, which I actually have two of them with me right now. I have Ian here, and I have the Raptor, which these are very nice figures. And the Raptor is almost great, but there's one thing I will say. I hate this bendy wire tail. Any figure that has a bendy wire in it, I think is the worst thing. Because it seems fine at first, you could just pose it in any way you want, but once it snaps, you're pretty much done. So, yeah. And of course, Ian doesn't have that, but yeah. These aren't the best. There are some minor things, especially with Ian here, there are some minor paint blemishes and whatnot, but what these figures are, they're not bad. So, yeah, the Amber Collection is great because, it's celebrating Jurassic Park. Mattel recently did the Jurassic World Legacy Collection Brachiosaurus, which I'm probably not going to review because it's a little too big, but I'm looking at it right now, and it's pretty incredible, I'm not going to lie. I actually really like it. Again, not perfect. There are some things that they could have touched up with it, but again, I think it's very nice. And of course, something recent that they announced, which is the new Welcome Back to Jurassic Park, the new DLC for Jurassic World Evolution, which I am very excited for, and I cannot wait for that to drop, so yeah. And of course, there's this, which is also really cool, so yeah. Anyway, with all that talking out of the way, let's take a closer look at this. So first, we'll take a look at the painting here. And the painting here actually looks really nice. So let's take a closer look. As we can see here, the base is painted gray, and all the bones and whatnot you see here are painted a brighter shade of gray, almost a white, which does look nice. And this is a button, which basically if you push that, it'll play the Jurassic Park theme from under here. I'm not going to show that off here because I don't want to get stricken with copyright, so yeah, I'm definitely not going to do that, so yeah. Anyway, when dinosaurs roamed the earth here, this is printed very well. I like this a lot. And going to the T-Rex herself, and I feel like she's a little too dark. The painting for her body is not one-to-one with how it looked in Jurassic Park, but it still looks nice. Taking a look at her toenails, we can see that they are painted brown instead of black, as well as her fingernails here. These are painted brown as well, though you could probably not really tell they're brown because of the shading here, but they are indeed painted brown. Though there is a paint blemish on the back of her right here. I don't know if you can see that, but very small, you can barely tell, but there's a little something there, so yeah. And going to her head here, we can see that her eyes are painted yellow, her teeth are painted white, and the inside of her mouth is painted a very bright shade of pink, which does look nice. And that's pretty much it for the painting on this Christmas ornament. So the painting on here is not bad. Again, I think the brown for the T-Rex is a little too dark, but it's not bad looking. I still think it looks very nice. So the painting here definitely gets a pass. Now I'll take a look at the articulation. There is none, so we're just going to take a look at the sculpt, and the sculpting, once again, is great. This looks spot on to, what we see at the end of Jurassic Park. And it also looks a lot like the Chronicle Collectibles statue that's going to be released. That's basically this. So, yeah. Of course, I'm not going to be able to afford that. That's going to be like $500. So, like, yeah. Or 500, I don't know, but like, it's going to be expensive, and I will not be able to afford it. And then there's this, where it's not cheap, or it's cheap, I mean, but like, it's not expensive whatsoever, so, yeah. And pretty much the sculpting here is great. Nothing negative, nothing bad or anything like that. The sculpting looks great. I will say this, there are seams where the limbs are, like on the leg here, and on the arms, but other than that, the sculpting is pretty good, so the sculpt gets a pass. Now I'll take a look at the detailing, and the detailing here is great. So taking a look at the base here, if my camera can focus, all of the stone detailing and all of the bones and whatnot are sculpted very nicely. The detailing here, very well defined, and it looks great. And that continues all the way around. Very nice. The top of the base here, there's not a lot of detailing, but we do have a few minor cracks, which still look great. And the banner, well, it's just like banner, so there's not going to be a lot, but still nice to give it a little bit of love here. So, yeah. And going to the head of the T-Rex, we can see that the head is detailed very nicely. All the scales, all the scaling and whatnot, creasing, the wrinkles in the skin, everything here is detailed very nicely. Very well defined, and it looks great. And going down to the neck here, we can see more of that very nice creasing and all of the folds and whatnot in the neck, which look great. And the creasing and whatnot on the side of the body here looks great. We even have a bit of a rib cage here, which, again, detailed very nicely. Going to the arms here, we can see that we have more creasing, more very well defined detailing, and yeah, everything here looks nice. And going to the leg here, more creasing and whatnot, looks great. And we have some very nice musculature throughout the leg here as well. And going to the tail here, we have plenty of more creasing and folds and whatnot, which are very nicely defined. And we do have a better look at the detailing on the leg on this side as well. Again, very nicely defined, and the feet here look great too. And something else I really like, underneath we have that sort of crocodilian detailing right here going on, which a lot of the Jurassic World figures by Mattel don't really have this, and it's great to see here. So yeah, very nice touch. And that's pretty much it for the detailing on this Christmas ornament. The detailing here is actually really good for what it is. In fact, I'd even say that it's fantastic. So the detailing here definitely gets a pass. So, at the end of the day, should you get this? Absolutely. Whether you're getting this for your Christmas tree or getting this just as a nice little display piece, definitely get this. Plus, I know I didn't really show it off in the video, but it does play the Jurassic Park theme song. Not the entirety of it, but kind of like the end metal part. So, yeah. So definitely get this thing if you can. This will cost you like 25 bucks, though. When I ordered it from Hallmark's website, it costed me 40, or 40. No, this thing costed me $30, which either way, please get this. This thing is fantastic. So, yeah. Anyway, if you want to know how big it is, here it is next to Dr. Billy Grant. Alright, now that is it for today. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you in the next video. Peace, Zack out.